What are you and Commerce Street Capital focused on?
Well, one thing that's behind us is year end. So I think the market is looking for an excuse to have some good news. It has some downward bias here. So this week is going to be a really big week. The earnings start this week, and it starts with three sectors that have sold off more than the market, with that being energy, technology, and financials. And that starts us today with Citigroup.
Yeah, and how much are you going to be focused on Citigroup and the rest of the bank earnings this week, Dory?
Well, let's start with the banks. First of all, Citigroup has the most to prove out of the group. They've had margin pressure, earnings pressure. They're more of a worldwide firm than all the others as far as influence on their business. So they have the most pressure on performance today. I expect J.P. Morgan, B of A, and Wells Fargo to all have expanding margins, or at least have. So the market's going to be looking for several things from the banks. One, how are your revenues? Two, are your margins stable and improving? And three, how's that credit quality? And if the banks can prove that up, that'll flow through for the whole financials. And the financials, as you know, are a leading indicator for the stock market and recession.
They are, but I kind of hate the term financials. I'll tell you why, because it's so encompassing. It's like saying retail. Well, there's a lot of different sides. In financials, you've got sort of the regular banks, right, that we put our money in on the corner. And then you've got Goldman Sachs and those who make most of their money on investment banking and trading. They're very different businesses. Which ones?
Absolutely.
Which ones, Dory, are you going to focus on the most to give us a clear indication of the actual economy?
The banks, absolutely the banks. And then we'll be looking all the way down to the community banks and the regional banks as well.
Okay, so you got Goldman, Citi, Morgan Stanley, American Express, Wells Fargo, all out this week. Is there one of those, Dory, which is more important than the others?
I think J.P. Morgan and B of A are the most important because those are the two that have been the strongest through the last 12 to 24 months. So the market looks at them as leaders. Wells Fargo's had brand name issues with all the lawsuits and stuff. Citibank has underperformed. So J.P. Morgan and B of A have to come out with good numbers, or it's just going to be a bad omen.
You know, we've seen especially Citigroup come down big off its highs of just a couple of months ago. Are you buyers of any of these stocks, Dory?
Absolutely. I'm buying B of A and J.P. Morgan. I'm waiting on Citigroup and Wells Fargo to prove more to me.